Good to go.
Good to go. Yeah. Well, Adam, it ends a pretty interesting week for your team, no doubt.
Yeah, appreciate that the aircon remained on and there was a shot clock, which is always a good start. But tonight, not a lot of defence played. We able to generate some points, but we're still a bit hit and miss in some particular areas that we need to work on.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Look, your game tonight, like you said, Adelaide came at you multiple times this evening, but you found a way to keep hitting the paint and kept creating secondary opportunities tonight, and that obviously was how you managed to keep the scoreboard ticking over, no doubt.
Yeah, we knew Adelaide was going to come out really aggressive, obviously, with the week that they had. Everyone saw the video of Mitch, really giving a serve, and that can always sort of galvanise a group. Will Lopez, one of my assistant coaches, he forwarded a study that, when they talked about the win-loss rate after a sacked coach in the NRL, and it always tends to spike a bit of winning percentage, and I think Illawarra's an example of that. So that we knew that these guys were going to come out, and especially, it was a great crowd. Like the Adelaide fans really showed up for their team, and it was going to be a fight all night. Just wish we did a little bit better job defensively, but hey, again, we'll take wins. We're right now we're trying to get those.
You can't question the offense because obviously those 3-pointers were dropping in the first quarter. That was a bit different to what it was on Thursday night, no doubt.
Yeah, even the foul shots. We couldn't make a foul shot, couldn't make a 3-pointer. I think the humidity probably got the better of us, but it's much a healthier stat line tonight.
And Pat, how did you find tonight with Adelaide's defence? It was a bit junky, different times. They had some zones they were throwing out there. Did that throw your team a little bit while you were out there on the floor?
No. We expect after, teams probably seen the Sydney game and wanted to try a zone against us, so we knew what to expect, and that's why I think some shots fell early for us in the first quarter. But like you said, it was our defensive end, I think, that kept them in the game. We was able to get what we wanted on the offensive end. And
I noticed as well you were definitely attacking Trent Flowers and some of those younger players for Adelaide. Was that a bit of a game plan tonight?
Yeah. We knew that the traditional point guard, he didn't start tonight, so we wanted to pick up, make them earn their points, but they play good. In the pick and roll game, they play good with Humphreys and Wiley, so they did their job. They did a good job tonight.
Thank you, Pat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.
Adam, have you got a handle on where you're at now at this point in the season? It's been a bit up and down.
Yeah, no. As I was just saying to the guys in the change room afterwards, because we're preparing obviously for a tropical cyclone in Cairns, which adds to the exciting week we're going to have. We hold our own fate really in our hands. The teams that we have coming up, and we never want to look too far ahead. We're always preparing for the next game. But the reality is including the game tonight and the games that we have moving forward, we're playing the teams around us. So for us to really try and climb the ladder, it's on us to get these wins. We've got no one else to blame other than ourselves. So, but back to your point, no, look, we struggled a little bit with the pick and roll coverage, and I put a little bit more emphasis on the bigs. And so we were really searching for something in the first half. We searched a little bit more in the third. I thought AK was great, who registered a DMP against Sydney. Didn't play the first half. We sort of went further down our bench with the idea of, who's going to provide that spark and opportunity, and AK did. So we rode with his momentum until obviously fatigue kicked in, and then Wardenberg closed out the game, ever reliable, and we changed up our defensive coverage. So, we're still searching, right? And this is the reality of some of our guys who are rookies and early in their careers is we're still trying to find that consistency from game to game. We'll ride momentum. So, for example, Jonah's on a hot streak right now. We'll ride that until he's not. Other guys got to pick up the slack.
Just thoughts on Bobby's game? Certainly in the first half, he was key.
Yeah, he hit some big shots, and offensively, we're still getting it done. We're still trying to find him for his opportunities in the offensive end. There's still a bit of accountability on the defensive end. The great thing about Bobby, you just see him growing with every game, with every practice, and he was crucial, especially in that first half, to really tick the scoreboard over and stretch out that defence.
What's the ceiling for Bobby, do you think? Where do you see, where can you be in 10 years' time, 6 years' time?
Yeah, up to him, really. You know, he's obviously on draft boards, and, you know, a lot of times too, you want to get yourself in the right situation, especially early in your career. So, you know, wherever he gets picked up or ends up, you know, you can always control your work ethic and your work rate day to day. But also what helps fast track that is what environment you're going to get into. So while he's here, we're going to try and provide the best environment for him at this stage of his career. But I think everybody on this team is going to look forward to seeing what he's going to do in the next, you know, 5 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
As a player, you know, as Adam said, when a coach departs, the players are always going to come out hungry. And how do you match that? I mean, you know that's going to happen. How do you?
Cause we hungry too, so we knew they was gonna have energy, and we had to have our own energy, and I think we are turning a corner as a team. Even though we lost the Sydney game, it was just different. Something about the team after the game, like we didn't get down on each other, and I think we heading in the right direction. So we knew they was gonna have energy. They played real good, and so we knew we had to play good too, and we needed this game just as much as they did. So I think that was us turning the corner as a team. I think got us the win tonight.
One more from me, Patrick. Just you've got New Zealand coming up on Friday the 15th. Obviously, like Adelaide, they've changed up a bit since the fever break.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you expecting from this New Zealand team that you've got next?
A hard-fought game, and they beat us twice already. So, so I know we're gonna be hungry to, you know, make a statement. But they beat us twice, so I know we gonna expect a fight. They still a good team. I think they struggling right now, but they still a good team, and we looking forward to that game. Like I said, we trying to turn the corner now, so we just want to keep building. And the way we going, I think we got a chance to turn everything around.
Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, just one for me quickly for you, Pat. You've experienced a lot in your career. There's things that you're experiencing for the first time, but have you ever been through a week, anything like this, where you play Thursday's game without a shot clock, no aircon, you have an hour's break?
Yeah, no.
For halftime, and then you come here to play a coach, you know, a team with a new coach, and now you have to wait and see if you can even get back home because of a cyclone.
As a joke before the season, Forde told me I'm gonna see some things I never seen before.
Yeah.
Playing in Europe, that's different here. But no, I never seen anything like that before. Like you said, sitting at halftime for 40 minutes, and then have to play a high level game after that with no shot clock for a whole half. I think it just shows that I'm happy everybody was healthy after that game, and we was able to get through that. We fought. It just shows like what kind of team we are, what kind of team they were. But to finish that game was good. I think it would have been better if we had the AC though, but that made it a lot worse. I was sweating a lot, but never experienced that. But now I did, so that adds to my stories I get to tell.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.